All right. Welcome back. Love that sound. It's Friday somewhere, and this is the live review. Welcome back, viewers and podcast listeners. Glad to have you back. We are kicking off the holiday week, the long holiday weekend, in style. We're going to have a couple of really great beers here. We have 3 beers tonight, so Ed and I are going to get pretty tuned up. Ed's
Strap in. This is going to be bad.
Yeah, Ed's already half in the bag, so this is going to get crazy. If
what
you're
are we
watching
doing first, by the way, just so I get the right one open
Oh,
here.
we're doing Murmur first.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
First beer up, Murmur by Funk. So we did a podcast with Norm from Funk where we talked about silent disco endlessly. Ed, this is a nice can, isn't it?
Nice can, Bill. Thank you. No, this is great. Little nondescript and really tough to make out the fainted words there, but kind of pretty dope. I like that labeling. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be saying dope at my age. I know that right now.
This is 8% Imperial IPA,
Awesome.
and this is a big one. And boy, the color on it. I mean, look at that. It's nice.
And
wow, did you just pour that all over your computer?
It missed everything, but I do that every week, and I've just learned to bring paper towels because
oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing.
The finish is coming off the desk. Actually, that's how many times I've done that shit. And I'm not even drunk or buzzed or anything. That was just dumbassery.
What do you mean you're not drunk? You had a couple of drinks already today.
Yeah, a couple cocktails. So yeah, I'm drinking this out of a mug that I got from being a groomsman. It actually says Fast Ed on it. That was my college nickname, Fast Eddie. So we got that.
Not Fast Eddie, Fast Ed.
No, well, he called me Fast Ed because he's just lazy. No, it was Fast Eddie. October 9th, 2009. Look at that.
Wow.
And now I'm happy to report the 1% of my friends that are still together in marital bliss.
I was going to ask, did the glass last longer than the marriage?
No, but I have a collection of those and bottle openers and flasks that died out within, like, I'd say a year or two. But
are you in the second wave of marriages right now? Is that
and thirds? I know some thirds. Oh yeah.
Well, I haven't seen any thirds yet, so
you will.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a couple of second marriages, but I think tastefully they've just chosen to have smaller affairs or to do it very quietly,
as you are wont to do. I mean,
yeah. So, hey, if you're there in the live chat, please reach out. Let us know you're there. Say hello. Let us know what you're drinking. So it's the holiday week. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of drinking going on. Make sure you're safe out there. There are cops everywhere, and they're just dying to pull you over. So if you're gonna have a few beverages, make sure you do it at home or do so safely. Uber gonna be really busy this week, I'm sure.
Hell, Lyft will just give you free credits on a whim. Those guys don't. I get an email every 3 days like, you now have $50 in credits. Like, all right, yeah. If you have Lyft, Uber, whatever, take advantage.
John Dormer wants to know, what's the backstory on the quickness? So why were you called Fast Ed?
Oh, okay. That actually is a funny story. So, well, I think it's funny anyway. So when I was in high school, my buddy was going to visit St. Francis, where I ended up going. And at that point, I would consider myself very amateur drinker, as anybody would at 18, 19 years old. So I guess I was 18. So he took me up for a weekend visitation because he was a big soccer scholarship guy. And so he could bring a friend. So we went up and went to some all-day soccer tournament. I was bored out of my goddamn mind. We had to go all the way to Lock Haven. It was like an hour and a half drive. It sucked. And so we waited that out. And then these guys all the soccer players lived in a dorm. And so at night, we went and hung out with everybody in the dorm. And I proceeded to get smashed in less than an hour, let's say. And at one point, I was pretending I knew karate, like you just name it. I was the jackass. So, yeah, right. So I embarrassed myself thinking, what's going to happen. Fast forward a few months later, I'm actually, he talked me into attending St. Francis. I go to one goddamn drinking event with these guys again, and I'll never forget. His name is Barry Bimby. Comes running in the damn room and goes, "Fucking Fast Eddie!" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And what's a funny side note to that story is that I became like an instant celebrity because I had a nickname. And I was like, that is ridiculous. And then like girls would be like, "Ooh, Fast Eddie, I shouldn't talk to you." I'm like, this could go 100 ways, honey. Like, no, it just was, it was very weird. And there's still people to this day that call that, "Hey, Fast, what's up?" Like people who like I haven't known since college still call me Fast Ed or Fast Eddie or whatever. And I think it's really funny.
Hey, I got the Bearcat name in college and it stuck. And we can catch that in a little bit, but let's get back to this beer. I really like this one. It sold out fast. It was sold at the brewery here in E-Town and in Amaris, and I think it was like $18 for the 4-pack, 4-pounders. And man, it is really juicy. I'm getting a lot of like strawberry out of it. Maybe a little bit of lemons, some mangoes. It's really juicy. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm glad you said strawberries. I noticed something in there that I really couldn't pinpoint, but that's good that you said that. Yeah, this is a smooth one. I'm really impressed with Funk's IPA offerings from what we've had. I mean, you really can't go wrong with these guys. They're doing a really good job.
It is really, really good stuff. I really like their beers. I find them very enjoyable. Their double IPAs are very well done. I like their doubles better than their single IPAs and their pale ales. I think both of those are very good, but their double IPAs they really seem to knock these big ones out of the park.
Yeah, they're really embracing the philosophy with these and the smoothness and just the drinkability of it. I would never guess that this was, an 8%. I think it drinks more like a 5 to 6 a little bit. It's creamy. It's good.
It is. I asked them if they were going to if we were going to see this one again. I think the problem is that it was a hop combination they just picked up on a spot, pick up off the market. There were some hops that fell in their lap, and they worked them into this, and so we may not see this one again, which would be unfortunate because it is really good. For me, that strawberry is really what I find most intriguing. It's just right there up in the front, right in the nose. The mango is a little bit more subtle. A lot of times these IPAs give you a lot of mango, a lot of papaya, a lot of those tropical flavors. It's kind of muted. It's there, which I think makes it relevant to this Northeast-ish style. Very low bitterness, nice and soft, super drinkable for 8%. I mean, I can just pound this thing. Really crushable, which is, hey, I always like that, and that's great for this time of year.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Is that No, but I agree with you. I get a little bitterness on the back end. I don't know if there's like a grapefruitiness in there or whatnot. I'm a little more sensitive to the bitterness, but yeah, no, this is really good. I really enjoyed this.
John's calling me out in the live chat. I hate the term juicy. I do. I really do hate. I think I hate the term because it's overused or it's used in the wrong way. For this beer, it properly applies. Problem is, it's getting to the point for me that juicy it's like gum with all the flavor chewed out of it. It just doesn't mean anything anymore.
It's the new version of session, where
you've always hated session. You hated session when it first came out.
Yeah, fuck session. By the way, just the marketing term. I don't care if you want to call a beer. If you say, "Hey, I had this ESB the other day. It was sessionable. It's a session beer." Of course it is. It's under 4%, but don't put it on your goddamn label. Like that's just pandering. And I think the juicy kind of gets the same way with that, where it's like, "Ooh, it's a juicy IPA." Now, I get you want to describe it, but put a little story on it. Tell people what's in it. They'll know what it tastes like or get an idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like this beer. It's very good. I think it works. Hey, if you're in the live chat or if you're watching, let us know. What are you drinking? Not just tonight, but over the next few days. Nothing beats the those really great beers that you get to pull out for Thanksgiving and share with friends. Those big bombers or those big 750 milliliter champagne bottles of special beers. Uh, those are the greatest beers to share with family and friends, and I'm really looking forward to pulling out some Madoff Grand Cru. I'm gonna definitely have some of that Thanksgiving. That's gonna be a great dessert beer. Ed, what do you plan on pulling out?
More than likely a Madoff Grand Cru as well. I have one for you, by the way. I think we talked about that earlier. I have a couple other things laying around that we may break open. It depends on how the day goes. I'm hosting this year, so it could all go to shit in a hurry. Who knows? But we'll see how much I need to drink by by 3 in the afternoon. But I don't know. Thanksgiving Day has always been a fun drinking day for me. Most people are like, oh, the night before, that gets old real quick. That's amateur hour. I do love, and what I do love too is getting dinner and then finding bars that are open on Thanksgiving Day. And that's where the real troopers come out. The people who are so sick of dealing with their families and have just had enough with the day that are like, we're going to find a bar that's open. And I love bars that open, shut the kitchen down, and just like, fuck it. Well drinks and beer, let's do this. And I can really appreciate that. So it is a fun drinking day. Most people, I think, are classier enough to hang out with their families or whatever all day. I'm like, where's the nearest bar I can get to real quick?
We know the White Tavern's open, right?
The White Hills, they open
White
at
Hill.
7. Yeah, they're definitely open. Yeah.
Is Midtown open?
Midtown will be closed. Brewhouse Grill is opening at 11:30, and they will be open all day. That's a crapshoot of, can we get bartenders? And they love that day. They make a disgusting amount of money that day, and people start showing up right at noon and just all day drinking.
Okay.
Not everyone has a family, and some people pregame, some people postgame. You're going to have business all day. It's an underrated day, and I think a lot of bars are catching on to that.
Yeah, it is. I know that the Fire Hall, which is like the local club in Javosburg, when I go home to Pittsburgh, they're open at 2:00, and people start rolling in and they go all day there. I think Friday's the best drinking day, and it's the best drinking day because you go to you Thursdays for family, Fridays for friends. We're gonna go to a friend's house. I'm taking a case of the Pizza Boy Brewery Pilsner because not everyone there is into really huge crazy beers.
That's a good share.
Yeah, take a case of that, and then I'm gonna take a couple of cans of the Doughboy. Just try to expand some people's palates and give them something new or different to try, and then again some Mad Elf Grand Cru. Just show up at a party with that. It's Grand Cru season for me. I'm throwing that at everyone I can find.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to get 6 or 7 bottles or whatever. So I'm happy as a clam. So it should be good to go with the Grand Cru. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah. So do we want to rate this one? Because we still have 2 more beers to go.
I know we're going fast and furious. This is like the shotgun round this time. Like we don't have to dick around just making inane comments. But
yeah,
do you drink it? Do you drink any liquor? Do you kick back a little bourbon?
Bourbon. Yeah, actually, my dad will probably pour me a snort of a scotch at some point. Maybe some Lafroig. Something really peaty and crazy. He likes the scotch. I like a good scotch here and there. I just don't. I don't buy it. If I'm gonna buy a liquor, usually I'm gonna buy a bourbon. And you know what? At the end of the day, around 9:00 after a long day of eating and drinking other stuff, a bourbon or a scotch really does. That's the right nightcap.
Yeah, definitely. I do like a nice belt. That's more of a Christmas thing for me. But who knows who decides to show up this year? If Jay Williams was asking me already, he's like, "Hey, are you going to be doing anything after Thanksgiving dinner?" And I was like, "Oh, hit me up. We'll see."
Yeah.
So that always turns into, let's do these crazy bourbons that you have. So that's always fun. I do like a good high end bourbon. They're great.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, John Dormer in the chat New Glarus Krambic on Turkey Day, and at some point a Pizza Boy Bird Brain. Oh, Pizza Boy Bird Brain. What is that? I must have missed that one.
I do like New Glarus stuff. It's really damn good.
It is so good. I just wish it was a little bit easier to acquire out here. It's one of the largest breweries in the United States, but it doesn't have a very wide distribution footprint. It just stays within the state. Michigan up there, right?
I believe it's Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, so just Wisconsin, Michigan, South.
We call it when we break up America, we're just calling that hockey town. That's just hockey states.
You know what it is? It's a state I don't want to live in. And so, yeah, those are great beers. Good choices, John. He wants to know if I'm going to be wearing the sweater vest on Friday. I'm not going to be wearing this sweater vest, but I'll be wearing a sweater vest in all likelihood.
I would like to let you know that I'm wearing this only because I knew you would dress up. I actually was shopping for a sweater vest this past weekend just to try to even out the vibe here. I mean, if we're going to look like we're waiting tables at a new hip restaurant, I want it to be uniform style.
Nice. I tell you, I got a great sweater vest story. I was in the Gap with my wife, and she's looking at stuff. Yeah, I know.
Not the Gap?
The Gap. I fell into the Gap, and she's walking around just looking at stuff, and I'm standing there by the entrance just kind of staring off into space. And a woman approaches me, and she says, "Can I help you with anything?" And I just looking around, I go, "Oh, yeah, do you have any sweater vests?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're a little late on those." And I go, "Oh," and this was probably about like October, it wasn't this late in the season. I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you already changing seasons?" And she goes, "Oh no, those have been out of style for years." And I was just like, I was just blown away. Like, I couldn't believe that she was doing this to me. And I'm like pissed. I mean, it was a good insult, but I'm still pissed. And I'm like ready to be like, "Okay, where's your manager?" And I'm looking at her tag, and she's the manager. And I'm just like, oh, you got blown up so bad.
You got destroyed. What year was that, by the way?
That would have probably been around 2010.
Which is strange because the way you're rocking it right now, I'd say they never went out.
I'm sorry, but sweater vests are always awesome. Always awesome.
I'm always real self-conscious in them. I like a full long sleeve. You can pull your cuffs out a little bit, but I don't know.
I'm a big fan of the sweater vest and then rolling up the sleeve.
I can see where that would be a little more functional. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great for at work. Big fan of the sweater vest. And you know what? I used to be a little bit more worried about mixing the patterns. Now I'm just like, screw it. I just wear whatever.
Well, that was my big thought. The reason I didn't get one because it was like an Argyle, but I wanted to wear a checkered shirt. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I didn't have the checkered shirt with me. So I didn't know. And then I'm going to go back to the well on that. I'm going to even you out on this.
I'm giving you a lot of props. Is that a cable knit? Or is it like a cable knit?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No,
that is really nice. God.
Optional. I had gray hair on there, apparently.
Well, it's probably from the cat. It's some Simcoe.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, we got to move on. We got to get through these beers. All right. I'm going to rate this one. Real quick review. Murmur Funk Brewing, E-Town and Amaris. It's a nice brewery.
It's Emmaus, not Amaris, you weirdo.
Whatever. Like, that's the first time I have mispronounced.
Can you actually be from Pennsylvania? Is that
that whole end of the state just barely exists to me. So this is a well done double IPA, very, very good. What I really like about it, what I'm really gonna score it higher on, is because of that strawberry flavor that's like screaming through for me. It's there in the nose, it's right there in the front. It finishes nice and dry. That 8% just is smoothed out completely. I wish it had a little bit more body. If there was one criticism, it'd be that. This is very good. I'm going to give this one an 8.5.
Oh, big high score from Bill. Look at that. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this. It's silky smooth. It has a little bitterness on the back end. I think that's just my sensitivity to it. I really like the hop profile in this. I could drink a lot of this. Unfortunately, it's 8%, so my evening would end quickly. But yeah, another fantastic funk beer. And I know people are going to be like, "Oh, you're kissing their ass" or whatever. No, they're making good stuff, and I can't recommend this enough. I'm right there with you. Before you even started, I said I have to go 8.5 to beat you, but you got me with that. So we're at a solid 8.5, and I think that's a great score for this beer, and people should definitely seek it out.
There you go. All right. Number 2,
Which is
the Road Trip
geez, hang on.
IPA.
I have to send half of this beer to the side of the table for when we're
Oh,
really
oh
drunk.
come on. You got to keep up, dude.
Well,
Oh, look at that. Now, in all fairness, I did drink 2 of these already. Not today. Not today. Earlier.
Oh, okay.
Road Trip IPA. This is I think, a revolving series. This one features lemon drop hops. I don't know if you can see that in there. This is a New England IPA by Newport Storm, or Christ, I can't even tell who makes this. Coastal Extreme Brewing Company. This label is so bad. I can't tell you exactly. I can't even be sure who made this. I think the name is Road Trip, RHODETRIP, New England IPA, 6.3% ABV. It's got stamped on the side. You can see it's just stamped on there, lemon drop hops, featuring lemon drop hops, which I think means that this is a beer that kind of evolves and they kind of throw different hops into it.
Oh yeah, this does look like kind of a half-assed foray into canning.
Yeah.
Very, very strange stuff there.
Oh God, we probably should have done a little research. I'm not sure who even made this.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb right now and say, just based on the smell alone, the Northeast New England style IPA, I'm not getting any of that on the nose, at least right off the bat.
Yeah, the name is Coastal Extreme Brewing Company. It's out in Newport. It's the color is not right. It's not. I mean, it's not clear, but it's not the proper haze.
The smell has that of a Bath and Body Works.
It's soapy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's really soapy.
So I'm not too far off, at least. I'm not, but yeah, very strange canning. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not great. I'll tell you what, I rated this at I didn't rate it well on tap.
It smells like it smells like oh man, it smells like a body wash.
Yeah, it's really not good. It is a little bit lemony.
I just took my first swig because I was afraid to taste it. Ooh.
God, this is terrible.
This is
I'll tell you what, I drank 2 cans of this, but I was so already in the bag. It didn't really matter what I thought of it at the time. This beer is just that first taste not good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to suffer through this one. I'm gonna suffer through it for you, for the listeners. Oh, Ed's wincing.
And I like everything, which everyone can attest to. I gave a beer a 3.75 last week and got an immediate text that I gave it a low rating for Ed. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
This beer is fucked.
Yeah, this is not good.
It doesn't have a canned on date. So I can't even tell you if it's old. I can't tell you I bought it 2 weeks ago at Bresky's. Does yours have a date on it? Mine's just got a blue dot on the bottom. That's not very helpful.
Maybe it's like some sort of like blood test where if you've tested positive for shit if it turns blue.
Yeah.
I hate to say that about a beer too. Like I feel like an asshole, but this is not good.
I don't, because I don't regularly shit on a beer. Oh man, this is bad. This sucks. John just wants me to say it sucks. It sucks. It
It's
sucks. This beer sucks.
yeah. This is your divorced parents had an argument at Thanksgiving dinner of the
It's perfumey. It's like hand wash.
yeah, it's terrible. Oof.
It's God, I hate this beer. I mean, I aggressively hate this beer.
Who smelled this coming out of the tanks and goes, "Oh, that's what I was going for."
Yeah. Yeah. You nailed it on the head when you said Bath and Body Works.
It's weird. Like that's so weird.
Yeah, it's not like hand sanitizer or acetone or alcohol-y. It really is like a moisturizer-y kind of like perfumed beer. It God, I can't believe that they pushed this out the front door.
Who are the ad wizards behind this one? That's what
I'm sorry, but like when you make this beer and you're like, I can't wait to put it in a can and sell this to my friends.
Did you do any research on the actual brewery?
No.
Good, because me either.
No,
and I don't think we should pimp them out here. Although, if I ever do the New England trip, I am stopping there to be like, all right, we have to see if this is what is really
road trip featuring lemon drop hops. Let's see what everyone has to say. So the weighted score on Untapped is 3.61. Good Lord.
3.61?
Yeah, let's see what some people have to say here.
Oh, God. How much of their family comes in there every week?
God. Pretty good. Not a big fan of lemon drop hop, but it's highlighted well. Okay, what the fuck do you know? Good taste up front. I guess this guy likes eating soap. Kind of loses a bit of hoppiness as you drink it.
Did we not learn anything from Christmas Story?
Okay. Not much to this one. I get the lemon. There you go. Sinus congestion today. Well, that you must have really enjoyed it. Really not sure if this is awesome or reaching. Okay. New England style, and I agree. This guy thinks it is New England style. Sure, pal. It's good. It wants to be Treehouse. What planet is this guy on? His name is PC, and he's checking in from, and I'm not kidding you not, TV Guide magazine. How is that a location? That's real. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. John's offering up this should be a drain pour. I don't do that. I really don't do that. I think that you know what? Just suffer through it.
If the window in front of me opened, I would throw it down on the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
I believe it's painted shut. So
this is not good.
I was even trying to troll you with my Trogs glass right now.
Too. Oh, I like that. That's nice. That's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Man, is this bad?
Oh,
I feel so bad for doing this too. Like you have no idea.
I don't.
These guys have hopes and dreams, and they're trying to be Trillium.
Trying to be Treehouse.
Or Treehouse. What did I say? Trillium?
Yeah. The guy's name is PC. He checked in. I kid you not. He checked in from TV Guide magazine. That's so weird. I can't make it up. God, and people.
Is there really still a TV Guide magazine?
There's a website. People get angry at me whenever I call Untap the hoi polloi. People are like, "Oh, you're an elitist. You know why do you have to be like that?" This is why I'm like that. Do you ever fucking read what people write on this thing? It's unbelievable. Odd taste on the back end. Not sure on this. But he gave it 3.5 caps.
That's a local. That's a local. I do the same goddamn thing.
Yeah. And there you go. So that's your Jesus Christ. That's your Untapped, people checking in. I gotta be honest with you. I'm looking at this beer and I'm wondering how the hell am I gonna rate this thing? I mean, it's just so poorly executed.
It is very, very bad.
It's not good. It's not good.
I hate myself for I'm still drinking it, just that I'm picking up the wrong can.
God.
I don't want to get that
And
funky.
here's the thing: you poured the good one all over your computer. This one somehow you made it all in the glass.
Kobe.
All right.
Like the road. Wait, let's read the story here. Enjoy the trip. Like the road trip itself, this beer is about the journey as much as the destination. Each time we brew this hazy IPA, we choose a new hop to feature in all its glory. Thanks for coming along with the trip.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Next time, turn around that car and go back to Winnipeg, you
All
fucks.
right. I'm going to interpret that for us. Enjoy the trip. Okay. It's going to be a bumpy one. Like the road itself, especially here in PA where it's just a nightmare. This beer is about the journey. Okay, the journey is shit. The destination is hell. Each time we brew this hazy IPA, if you keep brewing this crap, shame on you. We choose a new hop to murder in all of its glory. I talk about these poor hops. You know, someone grew these hops and then they went and they got defiled by this brewer.
Well, you want to talk about another bullshit marketing term that people are putting on their cans? Hazy.
Hazy. This is not hazy. I don't. You know what it is? It's
lazy.
It's lazy. There you go. There you go. It's
That's
lazy.
why I'm in the IFS podcast marketing department right there.
God. All right. You know what? I'm gonna. It's your turn to rate this one. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna chug this thing down. So, and tell us what you think of it. And
all right, I'm going to stretch this out. Okay, here's what I think of it. Smells like soap, Bath and Body Works. It does. It smells like an actual body wash product. I am not bullshitting anybody. I really hope for this brewery that we just got a bad batch of these beers. The taste is, you can't even say infected or anything like that. It's just a terrible juxtaposition of flavors that literally tastes like I'm eating flowers from like a florist right now, like I'm a goat. It is really, I could sit here and drink Colt 45 or a St. Ides and enjoy the shit out of it. Everyone knows that I am an easy going rater of beers. This is just, I mean, it's a bad beer, but when you put what they put on the label next to this, I'm giving this a 1.5 out of 10. This beer stinks.
I got to ask you, how did you get to 1.5? Like what? I mean, what I get, you know what? This is how far I got, right?
Because
I tried to chug it.
I'll give it this. It looks fine. It's carbonated well. I think that what they did, they just fucked up and still had to sell it to get money. And that's kind of what this reeks of. Like, we have to put it out so we don't have to dump it.
I'm never buying the beer from these guys again.
Oh, I will, because I'm morbidly curious now. Like, and I have to see it through. I'm a glutton for liver punishment. Just
okay. Good power to you. You know what? If you buy more of this, send another can my way, and we'll shit on it again.
This I will buy more of another beer, and I'll be like, I don't know, they just blow it at brewing.
Sean Fox with a very tough question: this or Four Loko?
Let me put it to you this way. I've never had a Four Loko where I go, this tastes like shit. I enjoy the taste of Four Loko. The drunken weirdness that comes off of Four Loko, like I just did an 8-ball, that's what I don't like. I think it does a good job of tasting like grape soda for, you know, whatever college kid wants to drink it, like Banana Red was for Mad Dog. Sure, I get that niche. But no, this is just a poor product.
No, this is a terrible product. You know what? I'm gonna take the God. I hate to say this. I'm gonna take this over the Four Loko because the Four Loko gave me nightmares. I just can't do that again. I am too old.
Where did you actually get these beers?
This I got at Bresky's. And
really?
I feel
like we need to talk to them about this.
Here's the
I'm
only
dead
reason
serious.
I bought it. Here's the only reason I bought it. They had 2 cases of it, and as I'm standing there in the cooler, the owner or the manager is like, "Hey," he's talking to another one of his employee guys. He's like, "Hey, these are what are 1 4-pack per. It's a limit on these." And I go, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "All right, I'll take that." As soon as he told me I could only have 4, I was like, "Well, I, I, I gotta have it. I
Whoa,
gotta
whoa,
have
whoa,
it."
whoa, whoa, whoa! They tried to what? They made what?
There were 2 cases of it. It was a 1 4-pack limit per customer, and
They
so I
put
picked it up.
don't you love how that works? Where you're like, oh
I'm
fuck, I gotta get that.
right. I'm a total sucker. Total
Oh my
sucker.
god. Oh
But
my
here's the
god.
thing: I was about to buy 2 4-packs of Sound Machine, but I was like, I really like that, but you know what? I kind of want to try something different. So I picked up this, and you know what?
Well, knowing that I could have had a Sound Machine and a Murmur, now I hate your guts.
I'm
I hope you
sorry.
have a terrible Thanksgiving. I am unthankful for you right now.
I'm unthankful for this beer. I am. This is terrible.
I seriously feel like my balls might fall right off my body from drinking this. That's how bad it is.
Here's where I'm at. There's no off flavors that were like that I find really truly distasteful. I do not like this beer. I think it's not well made, but there are 2 flavors in a beer that really bother me. One is wet cardboard, and the other is acetone. And
Acetol.
There you go. This doesn't have those. It doesn't exhibit those. So you know what? This is shit. But you know what? It's not making me sick.
No,
and I can get through it. I had trouble getting through it.
I'm actually about to see this through, and that's insulting because the first beer we had that's actually good, which I'm glad I'm saving. It just, oh man, who the shit got this out of the tank and goes, they either went, yeah, this is good, or they went, well, we have to sell it.
God, it is not great. It's not great. I'm giving it a 1. All right, I'm done.
That is legit the lowest score we're ever going to give a beer. I guarantee.
Oh, I don't know.
Nah, well,
you know what we got coming up next. This is one I do not like. It is 21st Amendment, brew free or die, blood orange IPA. I bought a 6-pack of this, and I had to spread the wealth. Frankly, I had to get rid of it, so I gave one to Ed. And I gave one to my neighbor, and I told him, it's not that great, but hey,
that's like an act of attrition. What the fuck are you doing?
I had to get it out. I had to get it out of my house. It's not great. I still have 2 of these goddamn things sitting in my fridge.
Oh, this thing came out with cobwebs in it. What the?
It's not great.
Nope.
It's not great. This is canned in Cold Springs, Minnesota. You got to be kidding me. It tells me where it's canned, but not when. It's got a packaging code. CQT030249. Oh, you know what? This
is that a stormtrooper? I got IG-88. He's a bounty hunter. I don't know
this is horse shit. I hate this. Why can't you give me a packaging date?
That is funny as fuck.
That is really irritating.
Why would you take the time to print Cold Springs? You're not going to see it with the light. Cold Springs MN on there and not the fucking date.
God, my God. That is unfucking believable. It's not even canned in California. What the fuck are they doing? What is this? I already don't like this beer, and I'm about to light them up.
Would you say that they're feeling Minnesota, but looking California?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Soundgarden 92, baby. Let's do it.
Oh, man. All right, let's get this over with.
Oh, please.
The nose.
You know this is extremely so far out of my wheelhouse too, and you know how much I despise 21st Amendment beers.
I'm not a big fan of their beers,
except for like one that they have. But
you know what? Their Back in Black I kind of liked for a while, and even that seems to have like run its course.
Everyone went nuts for their Hell or High watermelon, and I fucking would. I think I'd rather go back to the beer we just had than Hell or High watermelon.
I think watermelon doesn't work in a beer.
It's bad. Blueberry doesn't work in a beer. Watermelon does absolutely not work in a beer.
You know what? Breweries just need to give up on those too. Just say, look, we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
Even mango is sensitive. You just have to be good at it.
Yeah, mango's tough. I think strawberry is very difficult. You know, I think that strawberry is done right by we'll lose it out there in to the east of us. Oh,
Tired Hands?
No. Well, that's really good.
Brewery at Hershey?
No, the old one, old school. What's her name? Carol.
Stouts.
Yeah, they make a strawberry that's really good. What was that? The Scarlet Lady? Is that the one?
That's an ESB.
No. What is it? They make a strawberry.
Lancaster?
Yeah, Lancaster's is terrible. That's too clean.
Did you ever mix it with the stout? Ooh.
The chocolate stout. Oh, that would be good. I've not had that.
If you get the Harrisburg one, they drizzle like a little chocolate over top. Oh, it's really goddamn good.
God, you are such a bitch. You would order that. You would. Mm-hmm. You would. That's a bitch drink.
Offer it to me. I'm gonna be like, hey, would you like a whiskey sour with that beer? Why not?
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. If you're in the chat, what are you drinking? You know, are you still there? You still drinking? What are you having? John, lighten up with the Westies reference. Thank you. This beer.
That's a Westies reference, by the way.
Well, we shit on Westies enough around here.
I was just hanging out with George the other day. I find them to be delightful and very customer service friendly. Thank you.
I think you're the only one.
I kick it old school, baby.
Maybe if George was my friend. So what glass you got there? Is that Dogfish glass?
This is the Dogfish head. Yep. Like one of their, they gave this, I love their glassware. They're so good at this. And this is one of my favorite glasses. It doesn't really have a style associated with it. I guess you could call this a Pilsner glass almost, but.
No, I think that's like a lager glass.
Sure. I mean, whatever, but you know.
You know what I like? I like the fat bottom on that.
Yeah. But it doesn't sacrifice the ounceage like at some bars that you will go to. Who are like, this is a pint and the glass weighs 18 pounds and you're like, get 8 ounces out of it.
Yeah. Oh, Sean Fox drinking a 2015 Mad Elf. Sean, you started this podcast with a 2015 Mad Elf. Come on.
Checking.
John loves George. Hey, good for you. Jillian, I have a great blueberry beer. I'll send it to you. Jillian, send it our way. We will drink it. We will review it. Would love to have it. Slide into the DMs or email me, billybearcat@gmail.com or ed5275. Is that right?
Yep.
ed5275@gmail. Slide into the DMs or email us. We'll throw you a shout out or let you know how we feel of your beer. I'd love to try a good blueberry.
I would love to be privy to a good blueberry beer because I don't think they exist.
I don't either. I'll tell you what, like the one blueberry beer I used to see everywhere is that Salty Dog, which I thought was just terrible. It was like it. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the that gum, the one that was like had the 2 flavors in it.
Freshen Up?
No. It was like a bubble yum blueberry. That's what it
like
was.
The
big chunky gum. It was terrible.
I was a Hubba Bubba guy myself.
Sea Dog. Thank you.
Sea Dog blueberry wheat. Yeah, that stuff. I remember. Terrible. But you would go to bars and they would float blueberries in it, and I'm like, oh god.
Terrible.
Once you have to have presentation, it's over.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I say that it's just saying, hey, you should pour the strawberry into the stout, and then they put a little cream. Ugh.
Okay.
I'm such a hypocrite.
So to our blue orange, or sorry, blood orange. Christ, blue orange. Blood orange, brew free or die IPA, 21st Amendment. Here we go. The nose on this one, I think, is just artificial. It's not. This doesn't smell of an authentic blood orange. It smells very chemically almost. I do not like this. It's artificial. I mean, that's really all I got. Here's the alternative. I drank a White Bronco by Pizza Boy, and yeah, I'm a Pizza Boy fanboy, whatever. That one had a real orange flavor to it. You know, it had an authenticity to it. This one, it's just like Tang is more real orange than this. It's not good.
You stole my line, first of all. Second of all, I want everyone to go into the comments and shit on Bill for being a Pizza Boy homer. That said, this has kind of the same syrupy orange Tic Tacs flavor.
Orange Tic Tacs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah. Very strange. Now, that said, do I find it as offensive as the Rhode Island beer that we just had? No. So I'm not going to rate it that low when we actually get to that, but it's not great, but I don't think it's just weird. It is Tic Tacs. It's kind of Tang, Tic Tacs all put together.
Yeah.
Can we launch this back into space with the astronauts as well?
I was about to say like maybe a Sunny D kind of flavor to it,
but only the Sunny D with calcium. The other ones are terrible. That's the only one that tastes any good.
This really isn't working. It's not great. Whoa, John just lightened me up with a Pizza Boy Ninja Snippa is back. Do you remember that? That was a great beer.
Snippa.
Ninja Snippa. Yeah, it was a beer he made probably 2 years ago. I think it's the first time back. I was a Pizza Boy today picking up Brewery Pilsner to take out to Pittsburgh, and I had the Hazelton IPA, which was good. Wasn't great. It was good. I would recommend it to anyone. Look, it's not going to blow your socks off. It's nothing that you're like, wow, this is new frontier for me for beer. It's not even necessarily, I think, groundbreaking for Al. Very good, well done, and enjoyable beer. But you know what? If you get a chance, if the Ninja Sniper is on, and if you're there, it's the first beer you should try. Get it right out the gate. It was fantastic years ago when I had it. Really glad to see it back. That being said, that beer I'd be really excited. I'm really excited for. I hope I get a chance to try it when I get back in town next week. That beer is probably only second to Lacto Calrissian for beers that I enjoy from Al. Lacto Calrissian. I don't understand why he has yet to can that one. I absolutely love that beer.
I don't believe I've had that one yet, actually.
You didn't have the Lacto Calrissian?
I don't think so. I mean, I'll have to go through my Untappd. I
love Lacto Calrissian, but mostly I love it because it gave me the best
orgasm.
No.
Gas. I don't know. If you don't think of a word, I'm going to keep filling them in.
The best review I ever wrote, like one of the top 5. Like the best reviews I've ever written for Bearcat on Beer were that, and then his Mango Bomb, which I absolutely trashed that beer. I ripped him a new one over that one because that beer fucking sucked.
I love that. The first 2 sips, I was like, this is awesome. I'm gonna have to go throw this into the parking lot.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. I actually gave it away. I was like one of I was there, and one of Easy Pretzel's friends like came up and like said hi. He's like, "What are you having?" And I said, "I'm having the mango bomb. I can't finish it. You don't order it here. Just you can have the other half of mine." I just gave it to him, and you know what? That was terrible. And I did a write up for that. It was awful. But the lactocaloricity, and I'll put links to this in the show notes. You can find it after you subscribe by clicking down below. Scroll further, we'll have links to those things. Sean Fox says, "I'm giving Doughboy away." Oh, come on. That's not bad. It's good beer. It's good beer.
Man, these guys are brutal to you. I don't take a beating at all in this whole thing, and you just get nailed on everything.
Yeah, the mango bomb blended with Armored Shark. No, John, it wasn't good. I shouldn't have to put it in other beer, John, to make it decent. Mango bomb sucked.
Blended with Armor Shark?
That seems insane.
What?
Armor Shark was what, 12%?
Yeah, who's the Marie Curie of beer over there that's like, fuck it. Like, what?
I'd be worried about drinking that and going blind. I mean, you might as well just start like mainlining, straight Everclear. Crazy.
The band, even. Jesus.
Oh, no.
That'll make you blind.
No, Everclear, the band's good.
Oh, God damn it.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, God. Are we getting merloaded? Is that what we're doing?
No. But, I
don't love baseball,
it.
everybody.
I don't love it, but yeah, Everclear's okay. If you want me to pick a band from that era that's a little bit more on the obscure side, not really totally mainstream, I'd go with Goldfinger. Love Goldfinger.
Mabel, she's the bomb. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yeah.
God, they stunk.
God. What were you listening to it then?
Well, I was just getting out of my rap phase, but at that point, I would say when those guys came out, I even found the Bloodhound Gang by that point, but I would say Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden,
Pearl Jam,
Nirvana, all the normal.
Fuck Pearl Jam.
I mean, if you're gonna pull up Goldfinger,
yeah,
you got. I mean, why at that point are you not going Civ? I can't wait 1 minute more. Can't wait 1 minute more. Like they're the same goddamn thing. Or oh God, I'm gonna
Real Big Fish. Big fan of them. Ooh, I like that.
No. Don't. If you have a trumpet in your band, you blow. I don't care what anybody says.
Sean Fox, Bill has lost his musical cred. You know what, Sean? You don't want to know how bad my bad music taste goes. It is very deep. It is very terrible. And I have a roommate who will tell you just how bad my taste in music was.
I mean, look, let's all face it. I'm into old school yacht rock like Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins, Doobie Brothers, all that bullshit. David Foster, anything he did in the 70s. Old school rap, anything from 83 to 93. That's all I listened to. And then I just jumped on the grunge bandwagon and I found the Foo Fighters and I go, now I'm like, I like that. So, Foo Fighters, Queens of Stone Age, Eagles of Death Metal, but still, I will never forget my roots of yacht rock, being in the car with my dad when I was a kid. And I will also never forget, old school rap is the best goddamn shit.
John's asking for one more beer tonight. I don't know if I can do that. I got to finish
one more beer. One more beer.
Christ, are we going to do one? Well, we got to rate this one, and I got to finish it before we even think about having another beer.
Wait,
do we have another beer to do?
Well, I have Pennsylvania Tuxedo. I also have that the Duclaw.
Oh, that Duclaw. I'd have to run out to my car. I think it's still sitting in my trunk to get that. Okay, Sean Fox wants one more beer. Okay, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rate this one. Okay. While I'm gonna give it a rating. I'm gonna chug it. I'm gonna run out and grab a beer. What are we doing next? We gotta do the
your call.
Pennsylvania Tuxedo, or what was the other one?
Fast faster and
Let's do the faster.
All right.
All right. Oh God. All right. So let me take a couple more sips of this one. Then we're gonna. Then I gotta run and literally run to go get another beer.
Didn't you just do a 5K a few weeks ago? Come on, you can make it out to your driveway.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did a 5K, and then you yelled at me the whole time, telling me how unworthy I was.
Well, why else? I mean, if you're gonna ask me to come support you, what would you expect? You stink.
Yeah.
You call that running?
Okay. So I don't like this beer. I don't like it. Not at all. It is not well balanced. It's got a weird sweetness up front that I don't enjoy, that feels artificial, just like the oranges that are in it. The hops are all kind of just meh. They're poorly built or added in here. They are bitterness without a point. This beer is overall pointless. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I don't recommend it, and I give it a 3. There you go. And now I got to run. So you got to buy time. Go.
All right, everyone. Now I'm in charge. I think this beer is overall pointless. Might be my favorite comment that's ever been had on any beer review. That really puts it in its place. Now, I think that I'm a little bit of above Bill on this. It's not horrible. I can see where people would like it, and I try to find good in everything I drink, which is quite apparent by my Twitter. But it is far too syrupy. This does taste artificial. I will say that the hops are all over the place. It's kind of a malt bomb too. It's not very good. The fact that they release this as an actual IPA is kind of strange. They should have just been like, hey, this is a pale ale, and been done with it. I am going to, wow, this is 7%. I didn't even realize that, which we probably talked about and I just forget now. I'm going to have to say that I'll give this a 4.5. It's drinkable. People could see it through. It's not terrible. It's just not good. It's just, it's there. It's a beer. I don't like 21st Amendment's beers that much, so I'm probably already biased, but at least it was not as bad as Road Trip, which I would consider to be one of the worst things I've ever tasted in my life, in a beer that actually got canned and sent multiple state lines and was a limited beer release. Ugh, that was bad. I don't have the chat, so if you guys are saying anything or chatting, I don't have a lot to say about that. Anyone wants to text me? Maybe I'll just start giving out my phone number on this. Oh, wait, no. Bill is back.
I'm back.
There he goes.
I'm back.
I almost lost steam. You just got back right at the right time. I gave the beer 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, I don't think it's that terrible. I just think I consider that a shitty beer. What I'm saying is I can see where people would enjoy it. I just don't think it's a well-made beer. I just think it's a piece of shit.
It's not good. I gotta tell you, someone made a reference, John, to the old school Samuel Adams glass.
Oh, the ones with the boop, 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 boop in the middle?
I love this glass. Yeah. I got 2 of these, and then one, which is the 30th anniversary version of it, and it's an underrated glass. It's just well made.
Yeah.
It fits great in the hand. And you know what? It's a sturdy glass. So when I wash it, I don't have to worry about it like getting broken.
Yeah, those are sturdy glasses. I remember when they advertised those, and they kind of used the marketing thing of effervescence that comes off the little ring
Mhm.
on the bottom. But they are solid glasses to use. They're very nice.
They really are. It's well-made glass. Probably one of my favorite beer glasses. I mean, it's just well done, and you can label it as maybe gimmicky, but I don't think so. Christ, I can't believe I'm gonna finish this beer. This beer sucks.
Are you jealous that I'm still have this much of my
Yeah, I do.
beer
A
left?
little bit.
Look who's thinking about the future.
John, so like Bud Light with lime. You know what? Bud Light with lime on a really hot day is chuggable, refreshing, and you know what? It's a hydrating beer. So, Bud Light Lime does suck, though.
I still think that Dogfish Head Sea Quench may just take over that whole demographic.
Oh, that is so good.
Everyone loves it.
So good.
I'm not saying I don't, but everyone goes bananas for it and loves it, and you can find it around anywhere for $3 a can.
Still out there.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to just be a summer offering, but apparently it's everywhere.
What a great idea by Dogfish.
Just brilliant.
Or as I'm going to call it, Delaware Budweiser. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're going to get a C&D from Sam any minute.
There you go. Okay, so I gave it a 3. I'm standing by it. God, I gotta finish this before I start the next one. I can't.
Did we rate this funk beer yet? It's incredible.
Yeah, I gave it an 8.5. You gave it an 8.5 too. You're just trying to rub it in.
Well, yeah, go with the bit, Bill.
It's working. Let me wash out my glass a little bit.
If it's any consolation, I still have this much of that road Gilligan's Island beer, whatever the fuck it is.
All right, washed out my glass a bit.
All right, I have one more glass. What are we drinking now? The faster
disaster, or whatever it is.
Well, guess what Ed doesn't have on his possession?
You don't have this beer?
No, I have the beer. I don't have a bottle opener because that's
Oh man. Yeah, Dew Club Brewery, Fast, Faster, and Disaster IPA. So I typically have not been a big fan of Dew Claw's beers. I've not thought that they were generally very interesting. The one exception to that really was their Colossal, which was interesting for the time just because of how crazy it was. Ed found a way to open up his beer. Not sure what he did.
Thumb drive.
You used the thumb drive.
Fuck yeah.
And then we were wondering why we have technical difficulties.
Inside baseball.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to go there.
No, it's okay. It's perfectly warranted.
Yeah. Right. We're gonna talk about this at some point, but we Ed and I have personally had a tough couple of days. But it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's not lying. We're gonna have to come clean about something that went down. That's not. I'm making it sound a little too vicious.
Come clean sounds bad. It's not that.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna come to terms with it.
We had an epic interview on site that the digital audio may or may not have been corrupted and or lost.
So,
and it was, just let me follow my sword here real quick. This is all my fault, and I want everyone to know that. And I am the type of person that crosses T's and dots I's whenever. Like I refuse to go to a hotel without a printout of my receipt just in case the grid goes down. And I kind of screwed up, and we may have lost it, and it was really goddamn good, and we lost a lot of good content. So to anybody out there, I apologize to my fellow podcast mates and everything. It stung.
No, look, Ed's falling on his sword only because that's the kind of guy he is. Here's the fact of the matter. He wasn't the only one that screwed up that day. Hell, I couldn't even get the time right because Pro tip: if you're using Google Hangouts, but you don't have a Google Hangouts account, or sorry, you're using Google Calendar, but you actually use Google Calendar, and someone sends you a Google Calendar invite, it just uses UTC, not Eastern Standard Time. So we showed up late for the podcast. We were rushed. There was also a lot of pressure, I think, on us already just to get it right, because this was frankly the biggest get that we've had on this podcast. We were out of our depth in a couple of different ways. And it really was the best content that we've had yet. And we don't have it for you. And this is hard for us. And it's not all on Ed, not all on Ed by any stretch of imagination. This is the way things go. We're not professionals. I know that may be surprising to some of you out there. It's been a tough couple of days. We really tried to figure out how we were going to make this work, and we weren't able to. And to just like stop dancing around it, we sat down with John Tronger from Trogs, and he gave us an hour and a half of his time, and he gave us some of the best inside information about Mad Elf and Trogs that I've ever heard or seen, and I followed Trogs more closely than anyone I know.
And even the old school stuff that like they never even talk about, it just, the origins of the beer and everything. It was really goddamn good.
And it's gone. And you know what? We're gonna try to piece it back together for you. We're gonna do a podcast coming up where Ed, Dave, and I talk about Grand Cru and talk about Mad Elf. I did a Grand Cru review for Bearcat on Beer. You can check that out. Go to bearcatonbeer.com. I gave you some of my thoughts. That you read in there and some of the things I wrote in there, that is just 1/1000th of some of the stuff that we pulled from John in that interview. And we're going to go back over it. My memory of the day is very strong, and I got some notes that I took while we were interviewing him. So there's some things to work through. We're going to talk to you about it.
I would like to say, just before I forget, Bill, you tried to. I begged for the back seat so I could just be like the third mic, and fuck that all up because you wanted me to be next to the recorder. And had I just been like, okay, I'll do that, I really think that all this could have been avoided, and I could have figured that out. And it's my own stupid self.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. No. We can play the what if game forever. Here's the deal. We don't know what we're doing. We don't.
We do. It just was a terrible oversight.
We are learning as we're going along. We've only done 12 of these. With IFS. We did about that many with the Operation Shutdown. We probably need to do it more. This is a hobby. I hope that the people that watch and support us understand that. And I hope that the character that we bring to the show, stretches beyond our incompetence in actually producing.
All right. Can we start reviewing this beer?
Enough self-wallowing.
I feel bad enough. I'm like,
God, we are so fucking long tonight. I can't believe anyone's still watching.
Yeah,
no one's watching.
Nah, two.
All right. So here's the deal about Duclaw. I'm not sure they're good. I've not tasted this beer
yet. They're imperial stouts. And now the name is going to escape me right now because we were just we were just in the weird zone. But they're oh my god, are they so good? But their IPAs blow. I don't know how they do this.
Well, my understanding is they got a new brewer. And
They go through a lot of people. Like,
yeah,
it's weird.
I'm going to read from the bottle before I drink this. This medium-bodied, straw-colored IPA races towards the edge of calamity with a 0-minute addition of Amarillo and Azacca hops that produces a full-throttle rush of pineapple and passion fruit flavors, accented by subtle notes of lemon. Open it up and hold on tight. Okay, well, here we go.
Strap yourself in and feel the G's of a 6.5% IPA. Sounds like something in a mix case.
John Dormer, I ran out of tissues.
Were you jerking it that much, John? What the fuck? I mean, I know we wore sweaters and shirts for you, but Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't know if he's legitimately sad or if he's like, these two fucking pansies are sitting here crying about their stupid bullshit show.
I had no intention of that going that long. I just wanted to make a public apology.
Yeah, we needed to talk about it. We needed to talk about it. We do have a friend of ours who is a tech guru, tech support, looking at the files, trying to hopefully pull it all out. But frankly, we believe that the disk is corrupted. So we're not going to have much, if anything, that we'll be able to actually share with you.
The good news is that they had a very good time. And I think that if we explain ourselves, we could be welcome back to do that again. Will it be soon? Probably not.
No.
But it turns out that I've known the marketing guy since I was like 10 years old. So we have a shot there. It just what a horrible. Oh God, no! What's happening in the chat room? I hate when you start laughing.
Trip said, probably good that they're not in the same room. They might have hugged.
I don't know why the word "might" would have come in there. He would.
You would totally would have hugged.
You would have seen the world's most one-sided hug. You would have seen
so
his head and shoulders go away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, it would have total eclipse of the upper body.
Oh God. All right, so God, this beer is boring. It's boring.
I'll tell you what, it's a massive step up from what we've been doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure I care about it.
I'm with you.
I'm indifferent.
I don't think it
lacks body.
Duclaw's hoppy beers have been very bad over the past couple of years.
Well, it's not bad. I'll tell you that. It's not like it sucks.
No, it's fine. It's just a beer.
It's fine. That's right. It's fine. This is a fine beer. Not as in it's fine and well crafted. It's there. Boy, you put it in it. Could you put it in a nicer glass? Damn.
Well, I got rid of I still have beers in all the other glasses that I had, so this is all I had left.
God. I'm finishing all these, so that tells you where I'm at.
Yeah, this is going to be a long, long night.
This is 6.5%. You know what? Let's see what the
like 6.5%. It looks like it's just a regular IPA, or I would even say pale ale, maybe. By the way it tastes, but it's there. It's fine. It's not earth breaking. It's just a beer.
Overall rating for this beer is 3.64. The weighted average is 3.63. I don't know what that weighted rating means. That should be interesting.
I wonder if they weighted against people who aren't actually at the brewery, maybe.
Oh. Let's see what some people say here on Twitter. On Tapped. Let's see. Here we go. Getting rid of this beer fast. The name says it all. What a disaster. 2, drinking in a tankard for a battle of bastard on Games of Thrones. Okay, you're either drunk or I don't know. God, people can't write. Just fucking morons on Untapped. It really is remarkable what people write on here.
Well, yeah, a lot of it's bullshit.
Yeah, they are.
Like the people who are like, "Oh, it's a sour. I don't like sours. 1 star." You're like, "Well, you can't." That doesn't give you the right to shit on it.
It doesn't. Here you go. From the makers of Sweet Baby Jesus, which is overrated. Excellent body and not over the top on the hops. 3.75 caps. Man, people are very indifferent about this. You know what?
I think that's indicative of the beer, though. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just it's a beer.
Yeah, you know what? For once, I agree. I think I agree with the hoi polloi. I'm indifferent about this beer. Oh, here you go. Jim R. Very good IPA. Great fans in Mexico and good start for Brady. Go Pats. So that's a easy pretzel constituent who really likes this beer. I bet he's glad to have him on board. Super dank hops in this one. These hops are not dank. Mike L at FKMB Lofts, you are an idiot. No. All right. Let's rate this beer.
I think Mike L just took an L. That's a terrible beer review.
It is terrible. John, Sweet Baby Jesus is terrible. I agree. It's terrible.
I think it's fine. It's just not. No. I mean, nobody wants to hear it, but girls like it, so it takes off.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
it does seem to have
a more feminine. On my fucking junk about this shit. Our differences are what makes us funny and just unique, and so don't get on me because he's like, oh, he's pigeonholing women drinkers. Like, no, it's just, but that shit does exist.
It does. All right. Let's rate this one. What do we got? Yeah, I'm gonna make you go first.
All right. Now, DuClaw, I've had some beers that I would give a 10 from them.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, their imperial stouts are amazing.
The retribution.
The retribution. Yeah, they're
fair enough. Okay, I agree with that.
Those get carte blanche in my book. The regular beers, on the other hand, are not up to that snuff. This is middle of the road. I would say 4th beer and a sampler type beer. I would give this a, man. It's only 6.5. I think you could drink this. It's not offensive. It doesn't taste like shit. Yeah, I'll give this a 6.5.
Wow, I think you're high on this.
Going down to a 6 now.
You're a 6.
I'll give it a 6. Yeah, it's drinkable. It's not great. It doesn't suck.
I think you're high on this one. I was about to go 5, but when you went 6.5, I'm like, I'm a 4.5 on this one.
Really, that low?
Yeah, it's subpar. You know what? I don't need this beer in my life. I don't. I don't think it needs to. It doesn't bring anything to me. It's the hops are boring and not well executed. It is. You know what this is? This is a hoppy IPA for people that don't like hoppy IPAs. This is tailgating beer for people that want something that presumes to be more interesting than it is.
Did we read the story yet or no?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I read the side. You weren't paying attention.
No, that's right. I remember you mispronounced Azeka.
Of course I did. Well, the beer's just not good. It's not bad. It's not offensive, but it doesn't strive to be anything. And you know what? I want my beers to strive to be something more. And you know what this does? This says I don't want to bother you. Okay, well, you didn't. You didn't bother me in any way, and I don't care. And so therefore you get a 4.5. There you go.
Damn, son. You know what's weird is when you say beers don't bother you, I like this just tastes like a regular beer. Like I don't, and I think that sometimes they're looking to get like a local tailgate beer, and you'll see this in cities that have big football teams or whatever, and they're just like, oh no, here's an IPA you can drink that isn't really an IPA or like a big in the, but you can still drink, you can still pull it out and drink it from a cooler, and I still say fourth beer in a sampler.
Yeah. Hey, real quick before we wrap up, John wants to know, Ed, remember when we poured Misery at Harrisburg Beer Fest?
Yes, I do remember that. Well, I remember. Well, okay, I don't remember anything from Harrisburg Brewers Fest. I've stopped going, but no, I do remember. I remember just being loaded. And I apologize. That's just I'm slight of frame. 3 beers, I'm done.
John says it's their distribution and and specifically, I guess, their PA distribution. Their beers are great fresh. I have to respectfully disagree. I've had their beers at the brewery or at their restaurant. And you know what? I didn't find them to be that much different. It's just not that.
I'm willing to give them like any shot. I really am, because I'm going to forget his name, but the old sales rep was so into our area and he wanted to break through in this area. And he broke in at Al's and we had this big party and everyone was having a good time. And but some of the beers just aren't that good. And it's fine. It's fine. It's just find a niche, but no, I mean, I'm willing to give anybody a second, third, fourth, fifth chance.
All right, we're an hour 20 plus.
Ah, boy, I'm sorry.
All right,
I get a little worried. All right.
Hey, from and John says the brewer rep was Brad. There you go,
Brad.
Yes. So from us at IFS to you, a happy Thanksgiving. If you're watching, thank you for tuning in. We'd love to have you subscribe. Real quick, bearcatonbeer.com for the Mad Elf Grand Cru review. I'd like you to read it. If you enjoy it, I'd like you to share it with others. Retweets on that post would be really greatly appreciated. Share it on Facebook. If you get a chance to drink Grand Cru and if you agree with what I have to say, please share that post on. I thought it was a great review. I hope you do too. Follow us at Bearcat on Beer on Twitter, at Ed Grohl, at Easy Pretzel, and at IFS_tech support. Great having you guys in the chat room. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
We hope to be back next week. Maybe back around on Thursday. We pull these things together at the last minute.
Do you want to do one of these from me in Atlanta?
Oh, are you in Atlanta next week?
Fuck yes,
When are you down in Atlanta?
I leave. I'm going down Wednesday night, heading to BWI, then flying out Thursday morning. I'll be there by like 1:00 Thursday afternoon. If you want to do it, I will go gather all the Atlanta beer I can, and we can do this.
I'd rather you bring back Atlanta beer and I drink it the following week.
Well, I mean, just give me your address. I'm going to ship some home so we don't have to take it in a carry-on.
Ship it to your house and I'll come by and pick it up. All right. I'll tell you what, maybe Tuesday next week.
All right. I'm in.
All right. Hey, Tuesday next week. you're following along, we're going to be back on Tuesday next week. We'll have some beers to drink. If you want to have a say in what we drink, let us know. What should we have? We're open to suggestions. If you have something to share with us, hit us up in the DMs or on email.
Should we maybe do like a Twitter poll of like beers and see if people want to do? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Or if you don't want to do that and just throw us emails and DMs, I don't care.
Yeah, there aren't enough of you. Just email us. We'll listen.
I would literally love our listeners just to stretch the limits of what we will drink. Be like,
yes. What can I make them drink?
Yes.
I can't tell you. We're gonna have
light ice. That
no. But we're gonna have a Straub coming up soon. We're gonna definitely do it in Straub.
Looking forward to that. Actually,
looking forward to Straub. Yeah. We're gonna do Straub sometime before the end of the new year. Looking forward to that.
That'll be fun.
All right. Hey, anything else for the good of the order?
I have nothing else, but I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for listening and watching and everything else you do for us. And I love everybody out there, and I love my podcast mates, and I could not be more thankful to have a better set of friends. Yeah. And I think you're all great, even though I don't give beers less than a 4 rating.
Hey, I'm thankful for my family and for my friends, and for you guys that are in the chat. Most of you I know very personally. I'm glad for that. And to all of you, cheers.
Thank you guys so much. Every week, we love this.
All right. Hey, I'm going to hit stop.
By that, it means I'm going to hit stop.